there's a little bit of Twitter beef drama, whatever you want to say, going on from the Pokemon Go community um, in regards to Melbourne
Well, I don't know about
Regionals.
the community. I think there's one person
Okay,
from the
sure. Yeah,
community.
one
I haven't seen
person.
anyone else say anything, but
So
I
this
might
is
have
just
not
kind
fully
of like
followed up.
a funny little thing. It's not really drama. We're just kind of messing around when we're talking about that. But let's cover this situation. Just talk about it. We thought it was funny, so we wanted to talk about it. So this player, some person who plays Pokemon Go, is actually a Pokemon Go creator. I think has like 25K subs on YouTube, so definitely not a small creator by any means. Tweeted a picture of the Pokestats top 8, showing the 8 Palkia V Star, which is definitely a very funny picture. And their comment was, if you ever think the Pokemon Go championship meta looks stale, here's where the TCG is at right now. So I don't think that's the most fair assessment since it is our first regionals in the format, but it's funny, right? 8 of the same deck in top 8, never really going to happen again. Just taking a quick stab, funny, good. Yeah, it's a funny tweet, got a lot of likes, that's fine. And
Yeah.
then we have Philip Bagley here who said, you're comparing a complex card game to a tapping game. So taking a little bit of a shot at the Pokemon Go PvP community. It's been criticized as, all you're doing is just tapping the screen, tapping the screen. You've even made a joke about it before, Azul, whenever they show
Yeah.
little clips of it from EUIC, like how they're just sitting there tapping away. Um,
It's hard to take seriously when you're like they did the little pan over, you just like watching the two players like doing that.
And then, but I think all of this, it's fine. It's in good fun. It's just Twitter banter. Everyone's just there
Yeah.
to, make a little joke, have a good meme, whatever. But Ryan's response to this was pretty, it definitely blew up in the TCG community a little bit, where Ryan
Yeah.
replied and said, the TCG is anything but complex. Pokemon Go is far more complicated and skill based. And they tweeted this several hours ago, like I think 12 hours before it kind of caught wind in the TCG community. And then I don't know who it was who saw it first, but someone replied and just said tap 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 tap. And then if you scroll through the replies of this tweet, it is all tap 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 tap. There are dozens and dozens of TCG players who have taken this tweet by storm and just spammed the replies with tap 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 tap, making of course the joke of Pokemon Go being nothing more than a tapping simulator, a tapping game. So I just thought this was kind of like a little bit of a funny story. I think that Pokemon Go is way more than just a tapping game. I personally have not played any PvP, but I have watched a few of the streams. There's definitely plenty of strategy to it. I don't know all the details behind team building, but I'm sure there is some aspect there that is really difficult and, very important. Similar to VGC, how you train your Pokemon is definitely a big deal. Obviously, I would imagine it is very similar in Pokemon Go. So there is more to it than just tapping. But for Ryan to say that the TCG isn't complex, and then also in a follow up tweet say, I played competitively for 3 years and most of the decks play themselves. I mean, that just could not be farther from the truth when it comes to competitive Pokemon TCG.
Yeah, I mean, it just sounds. I mean, definitely a poor comment to make from anyone talking about anything. I feel like so bad comment from him. But I mean, it sounds like he knows way more about the Pokemon Go than the Pokemon TCG. I mean, it's not like he came out with a bunch of accolades he gained in the Pokemon TCG, right?
Yeah,
So it's
that's
not
true.
like it's not like, oh, this game's really easy. Look at me, I showed up to my first regional and won or something, right? So maybe if he had come with that, all right, then you got something to work with, right? But I'd never heard of them before. Apparently they're pretty. It seems like they're pretty big in the Pokemon Go community though. So, but sounds like they know a lot about that game, so they understand the depth of it, and then have played the Pokemon TCG, but doesn't sound like they understand the depth of the Pokemon TCG. And then if they did, I think they would have a little bit more to back up their claim for sure.
Yeah, and I'll just share what I said on Twitter about it. Or I said I totally get that Pokemon Go is way more complex than just tap tap tap, but saying that the
Sure.
Pokemon TCG is not complex and that the decks just play themselves could not be farther from the truth. So I think it was definitely a poor judgment call, and he has certainly gotten memed appropriately for it, I would
Yeah,
say.
I think
I hope that no one is out there harassing Ryan for this, because that is certainly taking it too far. But I think a good little Twitter banter. It's definitely made. It's been a good a good Twitter meme of the week.
yeah, I mean, if you're gonna make a stupid comment and you're gonna get memed on, like
Yeah.
it's fair, right? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely
Play
fair, definitely
stupid
fair.
games, win stupid prizes, right?
Yeah, exactly. For sure. But yeah, definitely, yeah. Both games take a tremendous amount of skill, and yeah, it's not like, yeah. I've never dived into Pokemon Go, but I wouldn't trash talk their game for any reason, for sure.